of genocide in Australian history, basically. And our government's covering it all up because under the Lombok Treaty, we've got a security agreement with Indonesia, so we can just cover it all up and we won't say boo. So the Indonesians are wiping the West Papuans out as we speak because we get regular reports from West Papua, and no one's doing anything about it. Yeah, so I'm here to raise awareness. Also, Scott Morrison in 2009 went to the West Papuan refugee camps in Port Moresby, and he promised them resettlement in Australia. Now that's on the public record at the Alan Jones show that he actually attended the West Papuan camps. Now I've got information from my friends in West Papua, but also from the camps in Port Moresby, that he promised them. Okay, and of course didn't happen. So whatever he won't even talk to me about it. I've applied to meet him through my local member, and he refuses. And also Jason Clare, the ALP member for Bankstown, he went with him. Yeah, I've got a picture of him actually. There you go.
There you go.
There's Scotty from Scott Morrison and Jason Clare. 2009. Evidence he went on the Kokoda Track Walk, and he spoke to the West Papuans and promised them a nice settlement in Australia. So while they're languishing in shocking squalor, he's given Indonesia billions of dollars in foreign aid so they can wipe them out. Okay, so it's about time we got to have a National Integrity Commission. It's about time we hold these politicians accountable for the crimes they're doing.
How long do you plan on being here?
About an hour.
Okay, no worries.
We were planning on delivering a letter.
Oh yeah, one of you don't want to pop up to his office?
Did you want to do it now? Or?
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, I'll just get this out of the way for a minute. Unfortunately, the wind's not in my favour. Anthony Craig. Yeah, I've put in a Schedule 1. I don't have to, but I've put in one. Because under the Summary Offences Act and the Crimes Act, you've got to have 5 or more for illegal assembly. We don't have 5 or more here today. Just for your information, I'm also I have a body camera on, and I'm videoing everything. Okay. Just for your information. Yeah, it's just I got caught once before. Some madman come out of the woodwork and had a go at me, and
they're good to have. What was your last name?
Craig, C-R-A-I-G. 10/10/62. There you go. That's a East Timorese guy who is currently in fear of his life in the camps because the Indonesian intelligence want to kill him because they've been exposing what's happening in the West Papua. So if you want to shoot that up to him, that'd be great.
Are you from Lithgow?
Yeah.
0408 699 615. No, don't.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll take this up for you.
Yep, that's right.
Did you want anything? You don't want anything in return? Obviously?
No, look, they know me very well. They won't talk to me. That's their business. End of the day, they're going to be caught out because we have the evidence. So if Scotty wants to just keep on ignoring me and ignoring what's going on in West Papua, then he'll get caught out at the next election. Because I'm sure the Australian public are starting to find out what's happening in West Papua. I know now 4 officers know. So I'm sure you'll pass it on to your colleagues.
We'll take this up for you.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yep.
Thanks, Anthony.
All the best. Thanks, fellas. As I said, this looks like the sun might be breaking through. I might be lucky.
So, what are your plans for today? Just
do this, and I'm going to visit my mother. She's 94.
Okay.
And then heading home.
Do you prefer to set up here, or would you like to come out the front over there, where they can, like from the office, they can sort of see you down there?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yep.
Probably a bit better.
Yeah. I just didn't want to have a situation where get in people's road, you know.
Yeah, I think you've been here, you're a bit more in people's road than over there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's...
This is kind of a main...
No worries.
We had one yesterday. They set up underneath that thing.
Oh, okay, well I'll go under there. It's a bit drier.
You wanna hold up?
Of course, you're not you're apolitical. You people, you're not supporting the cause or anything. Just making sure you're aware of that. So is the public.
Vice versa, it's usually other people that not so much don't agree with the cause, but they don't understand. They might see someone yelling and just yell out something, so we're just here for that.
Yeah, look, I understand that, and as I said, I did a protest just recently outside Jason Clare's office, and people had no idea and they didn't care.
Yeah.
They're not interested, see? That's the sad thing today, is people just don't get it, not interested.
How long did you apply for this one?
Yeah, mate.
How long did that?
About a week ago.
Oh no, sorry. How long did you be here for? Like?
Oh, I've only been here since 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly. I set up about 20 past. I spoke to somebody over the phone actually just a little while ago.
No drama, so it never gets relayed. But how long do you think you'll be here for?
Oh, about 9:30, mate.
Yeah,
I'm here. I've got permission to hear. Well, until 10 o'clock.
Someone gave us a call, just asking you, just so you know.
Yeah.
So we know, we'll put it on later on.
Yeah.
8:30, 9:30. No dramas. Sent the letter up. That's up.
Yeah.
Boys will come back down in a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. This is fine. As I said, I wasn't sure whether I could come under here, so it's all right. I'm happy to do that. Keep me out of the weather.
no dramas. Keep you out of the weather. The only thing is, people might call up and they'll go, "Oh, he's doing this and that," but people will whinge. So just
People whinge because it's a coalition stronghold. They don't want poor old Scott Morrison to be in trouble, and they certainly don't want to know about what's happening in West Papua by the Indonesians, and we're covering it up.
Excuse me, ignorance, but what's it for?
Well, basically, see, the problem is history's not taught in schools today, and you can go through a whole life without knowing that the West Papuan, you probably know about the Kokoda Track and the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels, they call them, helped our diggers in World War II. Well, the western side Papuans helped our diggers. They actually even helped our Prime Minister. I don't think I've got it here, but in World War II, our Labor Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, he was in 39th Squadron, and he flew out of West Papua.
Okay.
And of course the upper part of Australia and Darwin and all that type of thing. And he was supported by the West Papuans. And even the Americans were supported by the West Papuans. So the sad thing is when the Dutch came back into Indonesia after World War II, Indonesia wanted to be independent. Of course the Dutch didn't want them to be independent, and they wanted to come back and take over their colony again. And they started a civil war, and eventually they won out and got independence. However, the Dutch held on to the western side of New Guinea. Australia had it the eastern side until 75 when we gave them independence. So Papua New Guinea is an independent state. The western side of the island of New Guinea is under the control, a colony of Indonesia. They won't recognise as a colony, but see, the problem is whenever people say, well, how about we go to the International Court for Justice and have it dealt with, they don't want to know about it. See, the problem is they believed it was originally part of the Dutch East Indies, so therefore it's part of their right to have it.
Yep.
And of course the West Papuans weren't consulted, were they? So 800,000 West Papuans weren't even consulted in the process.
Okay.
And the Act of Free Choice in '69 was supposed to be a UN independent referendum.
Yep.
1,025 West Papuans voted under the barrel of a gun. If you don't vote for Indonesia, we'll just shoot you all. They got a 100% success rate to independence. Did you know that Indonesia invaded East Timor in 75? Yeah. Invaded East Timor. Do you know about the Balabo Five? 5 Australian journalists went to investigate the alleged allegations that Indonesia was going to invade East Timor. They shot them, murdered them, and there was a big coroner's inquest in New South Wales. One of the Balabo Five, Brian Peters, he was a journalist, he resident in New South Wales. Their relatives got a coroner's court case up in New South Wales on it, 2007. Okay. So if you look up the Balabo Five coroner pinch, Brian Peters case, 2007, you'll find all the information there. They submitted the reports to the Attorney General for and the AFP. Unfortunately, I can't say the AFP are terribly honest, because I've requested various copies of various documents from them and they refuse to release them. And they're saying it's all because of national security and good international relations and in the public interest to keep the murder of Australian citizens covered up, and also their investigation that they were supposed to do covered up as well. And we only found this out through the media reports, you know, where the Sydney Morning Herald, there you go, that's the end of that one. This is the garbage bin. The Sydney Morning Herald did a report on it and found out that the Department of Foreign Affairs told the Indonesians we're going to cover it up for you. So don't worry about the Australian Federal Police investigation, it's all going to be quietened down, and it did. They turned around and said, oh, there's some problem, we couldn't deal with it. What they failed to do was they failed to issue a red notice for the actual suspects, and they failed to follow due diligence as a part of their police operations. And when I've asked them for copies of their reports and stuff, they won't give them out. So, nah, look, unfortunately, mate, we need a Royal Commission and we need a National Integrity Commission, because unless we get a National Integrity Commission, everything our politicians do that are corrupt, they're just going to keep covering it up. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Anyway, I'll say a few more words before I take off. Yes, good morning everyone. We're here today to just raise awareness about the West Papuans under the control of Indonesia, who are being slaughtered as we speak, covered up by the Australian government. Scott Morrison knows all about it. He won't talk about it. And every time I've tried to make representation to have a meeting with him, he's told us to go away. You may also not be aware that in 2009, Scott Morrison attended the West Papuan refugee camps in Port Moresby with his ALP mate Jason Clare. Promised them resettlement in Australia. It's on the public record, Alan Jones show. So Scott can talk all he likes about doing the right thing by Australians, but I think he's more concerned about doing the right thing by foreign countries. Indonesia. We give billions in foreign aid, but we can't bring our own people home. Pretty sad, really. Isn't that right, Scott? Pretty sad. No, it's time people did their own research, get the evidence, and realise that our politicians have to be held accountable for their illegal actions and their criminal behaviour. We need a National Integrity Commission, and we need it now. The two-party system's broken, two-party system's gone. If you keep voting them in, you're going to keep getting the rubbish. So if you're happy to have our taxes being used to slaughter West Papuans, our allies in World War II against the Japanese Empire, well done. Well done. I'm not happy about it, and I'm going to talk to everyone I can to raise awareness. because it's ridiculous what our government's doing on our behalf.